And what's going on, guys? Kale here, coming at you with another video. This one is in regards to the current Ikaris event that is going on. So just pulling up the game over here. This milestone is kind of broken down into kind of two, I would say, key components. So first and foremost, we've got the Gift of the Celestials, and then we also have the Endless Power. So both of these are going to be solo events. Basically, it doesn't matter, what the Alliance is doing. It's going to be totally player dependent. And I do apologize for the background on a layover again with work. So in a hotel, and if I do a background, it looks kind of weird with the lighting. But anyway, back to that. So Gift of the Celestials is definitely the more complicated one, so we will talk about that in just a minute. The simpler and the pretty self-explanatory one is this Endless Power, and basically you get 1 point for every 1 point of campaign energy you spend, and this event is going to last for 6 days. So pretty easy, I would say, to finish this event. It only requires 3,000 energy, so over the course of 6 days, I mean, even if you're just doing kind of the bare minimum and getting your 600 raid keys, you'll have this done in 5 days. So really easy, super easy event. You get all these Ikaris shards, pretty self-explanatory. We don't need to go into too much detail with that. One thing I will talk about, though, however, is they seem to be introducing more and more of these ranking systems with these events, and what this does give you is these extra eternal spirits, which is the currency that is in the store, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. So even if you're just still spending energy, I would highly recommend spending as much as you can without going crazy, just to get some extra of this currency. And next one over here, Gift of the Celestials, a little bit more in depth, but very similar to how most of these events have run in the past. So you do have a couple components on how you can score points if you win or lose a war battle, win or lose arena, win or lose a raid battle, win a blitz battle. And then also, if you win, we'll go with Sim Blitz, because I don't know anyone that's actually regular blitzing anymore. But if you win a Sim Blitz, you get 12 points. And then if you win a Sim Blitz with the Eternal Connections character, you're also going to get an additional 7 points per character. So there's a couple things I do want to talk about with this, and very similar to the Lady Deathstrike event, where you're going to want to go through your normal blitz rotation, and then what I would suggest is using those Eternal Connection characters and use those for your refreshes. So I wanted to look at that real quick. If you do filter the Eternal Connections characters, some pretty good characters. And, really nothing there's nothing really crazy here or groundbreaking or anything like that, but there is one full team, which I would kind of suggest kind of keeping together if you do have them, and that's going to be Black Order. And all the members of Black Order are part of this Eternals connection. So that is one of the teams. You've got some Wave 1 Avengers. You have got some Weapon X characters. Some new warrior characters, Kestrel, Silver Surfer, and then obviously the actual Eternals themselves. So what I've kind of done, and I've posted this over in the Discord, is I have done basically 4 squads with the Eternal Connections. So I've kind of done a Silver Surfer New Warriors hybrid with Ant-Man and Wasp. Basically the idea is these 3 characters over here will carry these 2. Black Order kind of speaks for itself. This is kind of the leftovers. So we've got Silver Samurai, we've got Lady Deathstrike, Black Bolt, and the 2 Eternals. The 2 Eternals should actually be able to carry this team even without Lady Deathstrike and Silver Samurai. But again, a pretty good team. Next one on the list is basically a Wave 1 team, and I just threw in Kestrel just to make sure that they actually win. And that's pretty much it for the 4 characters. It does leave me with an extra kind of Hawkeye, rather, not Hawkeye, that's the costume. It leaves me with an extra Hawkeye, which, it's fine. So those are the 4 teams I was able to make with the characters that are available. So kind of what I'm doing, if we look over here, is I've kind of moved them up on my Blitz. And I've actually been just kind of doing the Thanos Blitz. Really, there's not a difference between the Lost Blitz or the Thanos Giving Blitz. It honestly really doesn't matter. I've reached the milestones on both of those. But what I'm doing is I'm doing basically a full rotation, and I start at the bottom, and it is actually time for a rotation here. And basically, I'm going through all of my 39 teams, and then I've already used my refreshes today, but once I was to get to this one right here, which is my last normal team, I would then go in and I would start kind of from the top and use my refreshes if they were available, which they're obviously not. So that's what I would highly suggest if you are going to try to maximize your points for this event. That's one way to do it. And while we are looking, we're going to go back to that main tab, and this event is going to end essentially every 2 days. It's supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, a 14-day event. Let's see. So it's actually only a 10-day event. So essentially, you will be able to run this milestone 5 times. So you can get all these rewards times 5, basically. So you've got these Eternal Spirit credits. You have some yellow flash bits for the Hawk Guy costume. You've got some gold materials. You've got some teal catalysts. And then you've got this stupid thing right down here, which is apparently a costume orb. Now, pretty easy, I think, to kind of maybe maximize through this and get kind of a nice bit of these Eternal Spirit credits. And I believe there's supposed to be other ways to get them, because it's really not that many credits over the course of the event if you look at it. But with that being said, what I'm also going to recommend is how you're spending these credits. So if we go over here, we have the Eternal Spirit store, which is where you're going to spend those Eternal Spirit credits. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this event only lasts for 10 days, but the store actually sticks around for 16 days in total. So even after the event ends, you can actually still purchase these Ikaris shards. And if you are doing your refreshes, throughout the day, you do have an opportunity to get at least 15 Ikaris shards a day. So I would highly suggest, especially if costumes don't matter to you, and if you kind of focus on the arena meta, which I think is always important, I would solely buy Ikaris shards. And, maybe the last 2 days that the store is available, if it's starting to look like you do have an excess of these Eternal Spirits, what I would then suggest is looking at the teal gear. However, what I am going to suggest is I would say the first probably 12 days of this event that the store is available, I would solely buy Ikaris shards just because of how game-changing the 2 Eternals appear to be just in Arena alone. They're supposed to be really good in the raids, which I'm planning to test out a little bit later. But yeah, so that is just a quick little video, I guess, of how I am running the Gift of the Celestials as well as the Endless Power event. And, kind of how I'm planning to roll through the event. So if you have any additional questions, as always, feel free to reach out to me on Discord or in-game. I always want to thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Hope everyone is having a good week, and take it easy.